taking action for you this morning on TV 20 Detroit starts right now.
What's happening in entertainment? From Tinseltown to the Big Apple, this is your weekly entertainment magazine with Greg Dunmore of PulseBeat.tv.
Pulse of a new generation. PulseBeat.tv.
We're going to take you to the Senate, but not the one you think it is. We're in front of the Senate Theater on Michigan Avenue in Detroit, where we're going to showcase a documentary about vintage movie theaters.
So my name is Joe Beyer, Joebeyer, and I'm the co-creator of Marqueetown, the documentary.
This is fascinating that you now are chronicling what theaters should be about, movie theaters, and the magic of the vintage theaters that we hope are not going to be destroyed. But let us know, what was your initial motivation to be involved in spotlighting movie theaters?
Yeah, I grew up in the 70s. I'm one of the last generation that grew up going to movie theaters in a big screen, in a big theater experience. So for me, it's very nostalgic, and I got a sense that something was happening right now in the culture where that part of our history was slipping away. So when this story came to me about a kid who tried to save the movie theater of his youth in the Upper Peninsula, that really touched me.
Bernie is an old soul, and he has this love and passion for these old theaters.
Growing up, we'd see the Delft and the Nordics marquees all lit up. It was like the center of the planet to me. This is something I've wanted my entire life, to reopen this theater, and I gotta make time to do it. I gotta make it happen.
And when I brought my producing partner in, we both sort of connected with Bernie Rosendal's story and wanted to share his passion for saving these places. And we did it knowing that we might not be able to save any more of these places. We're realists. We know that most people are watching movies on Netflix and streaming. That's the way we watch most of our movies. But we're hoping that this project will remind people that, let's just say every once in a while when you're in bed and you're scrolling and you're feeling a little bored with what you see, that's the cue for you to get out and come down to a movie theater again, sit in a dark theater with people you don't know, and make a new friend. And so that's kind of the theme of our tour.
Has anyone here been to Marquette, I hope? Oh, yes, awesome. Great. Well, we fell in love with it as people that were traveling there from Traverse City, and I was telling the organist, actually, Lance, about the fact that the large Delft Theater still exists.
I could turn it up, I suppose. I've been to Australia 3 times to play the organ, and I was the organist at Radio City Music Hall in New York for a year, and now I'm playing at Little Caesars Arena.
And what makes the Senate Theater, which is one of the newer vintage theaters in terms of the vintage scene in Metro Detroit, what makes the Senate so charming and delightful?
Well, the Senate was built in 1926, and the organ that we have is a famous Wurlitzer from the Fisher Theater. And we bought it in the early 1960s and formed the organ club here, bought the Senate Theater. It was pretty dilapidated when we bought the theater. There was holes in the ceiling, the basement was flooded, no seats in the auditorium, but we got it for $1,000, so that was pretty good. But all of it's been volunteer members working all these years to bring it back to life, and the organ is the reason for it.
Marqueetown, and I'm going to name drop just a little bit because involved in the production, you have someone that was connected with bowling and Columbine, as well as you got a Grammy Award winner associated with the score. So let us know who they are.
Yeah, no, that's so awesome that you asked us, because nobody has actually picked up on that. We're a tiny little independent documentary film from Traverse City, but Traverse City, just like Detroit, you know, there's so much talent in Michigan, and we were able to find our executive producer, Kathleen Glynn. She's an Academy Award winner for several major documentaries. And then also in Traverse City, Andrew Dost, a musician, artist. He was very well known. He was part of the pop band Fun for many years. And now he's been scoring documentaries out of Traverse City for a couple years. And we went to him, we had a coffee, and we said, let's make this inevitable that you're going to do the score for our tiny little movie. And he said yes. And it's a beautiful score. I think more than anything else in the movie, I'm proud that it all came together in the way that it did.
Well, I grew up in Traverse City, which had a historic theater just like the Senate. It's called the State Theater on Front Street in downtown Traverse City. I love historic movie theaters. This story was so inspiring to me. So many of these beautiful places are going away in our communities, and I really wanted to be a part of really Joe and Jordan, their story, and telling this about Bernie, about how people can protect these places. And places like the Senate, Fox, all these beautiful theaters that we have in Detroit, we have them across Michigan, and it's really important to go to them, to volunteer at them, and to support them.
But the last of my UP relatives are now in Arizona. I was wondering if they could stream it anywhere. I'd love for them to know about it.
You know, I wish we had met a couple of weeks ago, because we were just in Tucson at the Arizona International Film Festival, but it's over now. So October of this year, it'll be on our website, ad-free streaming for anyone. So
okay, I did grab a promo card.
Oh, cool! Yeah. I'm really glad that it touched you that way and brought back good memories. Marquette's such a special place.
So I will get the word out to them.
Thank you.
I don't know if they'll be able to watch PBS Detroit in Arizona, but I will definitely let them know.
Now, your movie is going to be a catalyst for people to appreciate these sort of theaters that maybe need a little tender, loving attention.
Yeah.
And for the Senate Theater, which your movie now is blessing this space, let the audience know why they should support this theater on Michigan Avenue in Detroit, Michigan.
Because if you don't support it, it'll go away. And I'm sure there are people in Detroit who have memories of this theater, who have memories of theaters like this. They're at risk, and I think a lot of us are used to now watching movies at home, watching Netflix. I do it too. But what we try to say is, like, every once in a while, instead of watching a Netflix movie and trying to figure out what to watch at home, go out to your local movie theater. See whatever's showing. It might be a documentary like Marqueetown, it might be a local film, it might be a vintage film, but going there and helping these people keep these theaters alive will keep these spaces going in your community.
Indeed. So, now you're doing something that I have to applaud you for. You're putting your money where your popcorn goes.
Sure, yeah.
Because you're doing something absolutely marvelous, helping theaters out, helping them to raise money because of Marqueetown. Let us know how you're doing that.
Yeah, so we built this into the film budget, where 100% of the proceeds from every venue that we go to are going back to the host theater. So we're not taking the proceeds from the ticket sales. We're going 100% back, because we want to, as you said, put our money where our mouth is. We want to support these theaters. So they're keeping all the ticket sales. So every time you go to a screening of Marqueetown, you can know that you're supporting, whether it's the Senate or any other theater in Michigan. We're going to Ann Arbor next month, Michigan Theater. Folks know these places. You can feel good that your money's going to go back into that theater.
Well, nostalgia is a very powerful instrument.
There's an intrinsic value to those types of buildings and landmarks.
It's beyond the movies. It's the magic of how we gather together.
This is something I've wanted my entire life, to reopen this theater, and I got to make time to do it. I got to make it happen.
PulseBeat.
The excitement is going to continue. Stay tuned. You're watching PulseBeat.tv.
What's happening in entertainment with Greg Dunmore of PulseBeat.tv.
Detroit has the largest sit-down dinner in the world. So this year is especially different because President Joe Biden is going to be here right ahead of the elections.
Donald Trump is the defeated former president. And you're the reason Donald Trump's going to be a loser again.
Tell me, what's your name?
It's Greg Dunmore, and my father was Al Dunmore, who was in the Michigan Hall of Journalism because of what newspaper? The Michigan Chronicle. He's also in the National Association of Black Journalists in their Hall of Fame, the most esteemed honor because of what newspaper? The Michigan Chronicle. And who's to write for the Michigan Chronicle? I did. It is still a superlative newspaper under the direction of Hiram Jackson, who is doing a wonderful job in making sure that black media will live forever because no one can tell the truth like we do in black media, and it is truth to power. So I salute the Michigan Chronicle.
Absolutely. Thank you so very much for the shout out, and congratulations to your father and to you and all of the beautiful things that you guys are doing.
And give me your name.
Oh, I'm so sorry. I'm Ebony JJ Curry, senior reporter for the Michigan Chronicle.
And you know, when black women shine, no one outshines a black woman. You don't believe me? Look at her.
Oh, look at that. I love it. I know that's right.
Wonderful talking to you.
Thank you so much. You have a beautiful evening.
Thank you.
All right.
What's happening in entertainment with Greg Dunmore of PulseBeat.tv.
If you like what we're doing, please tell a friend, or if you want to see what we've done again, go to PulseBeatGlobal.com. That's PULSEBEATGLOBAL.com. You can also go to our PulseBeat TV YouTube channel and you can revisit what we're doing. And once again, you can tell everybody that we're doing something that is so exciting that they wouldn't want to miss it. Remember PulseBeatGlobal.com or the YouTube channel PulseBeat TV. Thanks for telling the world about us.
PulseBeat.
Stay tuned. The best is still yet to come.
What's happening in entertainment with Greg Dunmore of PulseBeat.tv.
Give me a donut, na 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 na. I want a donut, na 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 na.
So your impressions of this Detroit gym that a lot of people will know about because of you now.
As an adult, I was stopping in here more than I'd like to admit. And when I was a little boy, my dad would take me in here a lot. So I'm as happy as any other Detroiter to see it up and running again.
Take me there. I love donuts so much that I wrote a song about it. I can't live on without it. Don't ask me for a reason why donuts are just so amazing. Donuts right
2 dozen glazed.
And why did you stand in line for this?
I've been waiting on this for almost, 3 years now?
Why?
Because they delicious.
Is that
Best
right?
donuts in the city.
So, how long you been waiting?
God. Hour and 45 minutes.
I've been in line 2 hours already.
I've got to get in line.
What time did we get?
I got here like 8:40.
You got it what time?
8:40.
8:40?
Yeah. She was on waiting here the whole time. I was in the car, but...
Why?
Because I love the donut. I wait for 2 hours. I've been out here now over an hour, so I'll wait almost another hour. Because I grew up on these donuts, and these are the best donuts I've ever had.
I'm from Georgia. It's my dad's birthday, and instead of getting a birthday cake, we decided to buy Dutch Girl donut. It's Dutch Girl. The best donuts in the country. I've been all over the country. This is the best donuts in the country.
All right, watch out with those boxes now. Hold on tight.
You tell me why you waiting in line for so long?
Because I love these donuts.
How long have you been eating?
Since I was 10.
I graduated in 2012, so not that long ago, but before the closure and COVID and all that stuff, back when it was the original owners, I used to come here all the time. So yeah, it tastes different, but it's a Detroit staple, right? It's it's a tradition in the city, and it's something that's it's near and dear to my heart. Lots of good memories here, and it's a staple. It's a part of our culture here in the city.
We don't have anything order coming in. Everything is made by hand. So when you're making things fresh from scratch, that makes a very, very good donut.
I love
happened to your business idea you've been dreaming about? Build Institute offers business and project planning classes for aspiring and established entrepreneurs. We'll help you launch and test your concept, provide access to capital funding, and provide one-on-one coaching and mentoring. So don't just dream about starting your business, build it with Build Institute. Classes begin February 1st. To register and for more information, visit us at www.buildinstitute.org.
Everybody wants cheap airfare, but where do you find it? You call low-cost airlines. That's right, call. That's the only way to get these rates. Experts are standing by 24/7 to get you the cheapest airfare and hotel rates available.
Stay tuned, because we're going to show you something that is making the ancestors smile from heaven above, the official grand opening of the Detroit People's Food Co-op. The ancestors are smiling on this right now, so I want you to say something to the ancestors as it relates to this unforgettable event.
So we're in a continuous state of gratitude for the example our ancestors have set for us, and one of those examples is the example of cooperative development. And so on the wall in the co-op, in fact, we have some of the giants of black cooperative development, because we're paying tribute to them and we're building on the foundation that they built. In the opening ceremony this morning, Meredith Freeman talked about the Sojourner Co-op, which is a black co-op that opened in Coney Garden.
In 1946, the Sojourner Food Co-op opened at 17932 Coney Avenue. Almost 78 years ago, 1946, my grandfather was the president of the Sojourner Food Co-op. My 93-year-old aunt, still alive and kicking and will tell you all kinds of stuff. Well, she will readily share her memories of shopping in the Sojourner Food Co-op with her parents. So all that to say is that we have so much that we have been given to us from our ancestors, from those who have come before us, who know the importance of us feeding us and us keeping our money circulating through our communities. This is not happenstance. This is not random. This is part of our DNA. So I also want to pay homage to those Coney Gardeners. And y'all, I know somebody out here from Coney Garden. There you go. And all the Detroiters who shop there, and just recognize that this is a part of who we are, and congratulations to everyone, and let's keep it going.
And so we're continuing a long legacy of black people who unite in a cooperative fashion as a way of galvanizing our collective wealth in the face of a system that is hell-bent on keeping us out of the mainstream economy. That the ripples of this project are impacting people throughout the country, we must also acknowledge that the economic bleeding and extraction continues to underdevelop black communities in this country and abroad. So while we are very happy to have this step forward, we also have to have a sober reminder that not just in the rest of Detroit, but in black communities throughout this country, that people are extracting wealth on a daily basis and underdeveloping our communities. It's not just about one store. As my brother Amaha and our comrades in Dayton at the Gym City Co-op often remind us, it's not just a market, it's a movement. Malcolm X talked about this more than 60 years ago when he talked about people coming into our communities and leaving at the end of the day with a basket full of money, and we're left with nothing. We're left with no empowerment. We're left without jobs. We're left without ownership. We're changing that paradigm.
It's a new generation, man. We had a cooperative that many of the folks who were part of this project were members of some years ago. And our dream of having a facility weren't able to be completed at that time. And now look, lo, these many years later, we're all still vital, able to be member owners, and so excited to see this happen with such a community cooperative vibe to it. It's just amazing and really beautiful.
Well, we're really excited this is in the neighborhood. One of our best friends works here, so it's going to be nice that we can walk here and get fresh produce, and yeah.
The healthiest thing that you can put in your body, we've been shamed for it. And what is it? Watermelon. Let's look now because you bought it.
I have my seedless watermelon that I have gotten here from the co-op, and I'm gonna tell you something. In all honesty, I don't think I have had a seedless watermelon, or seeded watermelon, I should say, probably since I was a kid. That's how difficult they are to find. So it is a real treat and feat to be able to have a seeded watermelon.
And you also bought you bought something else tasty. What is this, Coca? See,
This is the veggie hummus spin wrap. I got myself some strawberries. I got myself some cashews. So you got my whole grocery shopping list today. I mean, I just got a few treats. I'm gonna eat it all in the car.
So this is why you are wealthy, but also healthy. Thank you, Drake. All right.
AKA's love Detroit People's Food Co-op.
Alpha Kappa Alpha Sorority Incorporated launched a campaign as a part of our program initiatives for June, and it is a Buy Black initiative. It is Buy Black, Wear Pink, and Spin Green. Our goal is for the month of June to raise and spend over $8 million in black businesses. Detroit People's Food Co-op, it is a black-led, black member-driven organization within the city of Detroit, which is where we host all of our programs, all of our initiatives. It is for us, it is by us, and that's who we support as Alpha Kappa Alpha women.
There are no black grocery stores in the neighborhoods. We have to drive out. People who don't have cars, transportation, can't get to restaurants with good food quality. So by bringing this grocery store in the community, it helps, not only helps the community, and it provides access. And we're, as Alpha Kappa Alpha Sorority Incorporated, Lambda Pi Omega Chapter, we're here to keep this going. So we want to be involved with the drive for this organization.
But in order to maintain this wonderful place, you have to invest in it. And your membership is amazing, but we need you to shop here. We need you to tell your friends. We need you to tell your church. We need you to tell your mosque. We need these elders to come through by the busload like they do to Walmart. We need to bring our young people in here. We need all of you invested in making this a success consistently. Not just when the cameras are here, when we're all here looking good in our African garb, but we need you Monday through Sunday, 8 through 8. 8 a.m. to 8 p.m. We are open, working hard for you. We need you to participate in this process. We need you to get people involved in becoming member owners, because it's not just saying I own this, it's I'm active in making this a success. We have committees. I lead the Black Caucus with my fellow members. We work collectively, right? We also have a membership committee. We have people who help choose the food that goes in here. So if you don't like it, join the committee. Become a part of the process. And we need you. So please know that this is great. We love you, but keep coming back. Keep coming back. Upstairs, we, of course, have the offices of the Detroit Black Community Food Sovereignty Network. But in addition, we have 4 community kitchens, 4, that we call the Coochie Chagalia Kitchens. Say that with me. Coochie Chagalia Kitchens. Yes, it's available for rent. It's available if you are a caterer. It's available if you want to teach young people how to cook. It's available because some of y'all grown folk need to learn how to cook. Come on, learn. Come on, be a part of this process.
The children not yet born, but who are on the way to carry forth this work once our time is done, but also understanding that it is only if we live our lives according to the tenets of my aunt, truth, justice, balance, harmony, reciprocity, propriety. It is only through living our lives founded upon those tenets will we be worthy of them calling our names and ushering us into the land of forever, the abode of the ancestors.
Thank you for watching PulseBeat with Greg Dunmore, and remember, to be healthy and wealthy is to shop at the Detroit People's Food Co-op in the heart and soul of Detroit. Until the next go round, we love you.